Meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and the invocation following.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear God, please bless our elected officials. Grant them the wisdom to know and the courage to do what is right for all citizens. Amen.
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 Roll call, please.
Allen. Here. Green.
Here.
LaFour.
Here.
Mistravich.
Here.
Rendell.
Here.
Ricks.
Here.
Warren.
Yep.
Good to see everybody here. Approval of minutes for the City Council meeting of April 18th. Motion be in order.
Make the motion.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion on the minutes? If not, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We also have the special budget workshop minutes from April 18th. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I support.
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion on these minutes? Being not, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Audience comments on any non-agenda items? You guys are all here for the agenda. So we will move on. Adoption of agenda. Mr. City Manager, any changes?
No changes.
City Council, any changes? Motion to accept the agenda as presented would be in order.
Make the motion.
Support.
Motion's been made and supported. Any discussion? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Is there a motion for the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Support.
Motion's been made and supported. There is no discussion. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We go to items for consideration. We have four this evening. The first one being the introduction and first reading of ordinance number 156-31, solar collectors. Mr. City Manager?
Council is scheduled to consider giving introduction and first reading to ordinance 156-31, which amends section 7.04 of the ordinances, which is solar collectors and similar facilities. The City Council may have noticed that recently our Board of Zoning Appeals has been meeting more regularly as they take requests for variances from our solar ordinance. Our current solar ordinance limits the total area of solar collectors to 32 square feet, which is very restrictive. The average area of the variances that were being requested were for between 400 and 500 square feet of solar collectors. So one thing that we did notice when we had those and talked to some of the people from the industry, in addition to any limits that the community puts on, really DTE sets the size of what a household is allowed to put in. So after many reviews, the Planning Commission approved submitting the attached ordinance to the City Council. They also had assistance in those reviews from people from within the industry come and meet with us and talk about what the various ordinances should or shouldn't say. So with that, I will turn it over to you.
Thank you, sir. Is there a motion before discussion?
I'll make a motion to introduce and give first reading to ordinance 156-31, which amends section 7.04, solar collectors and similar facilities, to update how and where solar collectors are permitted.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Is there any discussion? Troy, would you like to add anything to this? Troy, by the way, did a lot of research for our Planning Commission, and there was a lot of questions, being it's somewhat new technology, especially for us.
Yeah.
And did an outstanding job.
Well, I just want to thank the Planning Commission for all of their work. It was you guys who heard that Rick Coletti during a Board of Zoning Appeals meeting and wanted him to come back to a future meeting to discuss with us. So that meeting, I think, went very far to change the feelings about what this can do, and
It made us feel much more comfortable with what
Yes.
we were legislating, basically.
yes. So I'd just like to thank you and the Planning Commission and City Council for considering this.
Very good. Council?
I have a question. So once our ordinance is put in place, what is the process then for a resident to get a solar panel on their property?
Normally, we will get an application we'll get a package from a solar company stating we would like to have solar, or the owners of this property would like solar. We then turn it into a building permit where I review the physical location, and then it goes to David, our building inspector, and beyond there, I'm not real positive.
Electrical permit.
I'll
So
defer
once it
to
goes
her.
to the building, it goes to both our building inspector and our electrical inspector. The building inspector reviews the whole application, but as part of the permit process, both the building inspector and electrical inspector look at it.
And then Edison looks at it
And Edison.
before they're allowed to
And
hook.
then- if it's within the confines of what we've written in our ordinance, if it falls out of it, they have to come to Planning Commission for a variance then?
ZBA.
ZBA,
Mhm.
okay, ZBA. And the reason I ask this is because in traveling, there's a lot of confusion among this of the process that it happens. So neighbors that are concerned if there's going to be one next to them, there is a process in place that people have their due process of going through to applying for solar on their property. So thank you for explaining that.
Anything else on this?
I would just like to echo some of the comments and thank the Planning Commission for going through and spending a lot of time investigating and discussing it. Because as the chair of the ZBA board, we've had 4, I believe, that came because obviously our ordinance was outdated and inadequate, so.
We're going to put you out of business.
Yeah, that's right, which is a good thing.
Yes. Yeah.
So I do want to thank it because it almost became routine for us to go ahead and give them that variance. So now I feel more comfortable that we're not doing that, and it's going to be part of the normal process for getting it. And the Planning Commission did a great job on this, and Troy especially. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Comments from? No? Back to the table. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. That's first reading. It will appear at our next regular meeting for the second reading. Item number 2 is consideration of special event request, the RPOA revised golf cart rodeo. Mr. City Manager.
The City Council is scheduled to consider a revision to the special event request from the Richmond Police Officers Association for their second annual pig roast and golf cart rodeo in Beebe Park on Sunday, August 7th, 2022, from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. The RPOA has been approached by BMC Golf Carts, who would like to partner with the RPOA to make their event a little bit bigger. They essentially have 2 events that they would like to add to the RPOA's pig roast and golf cart rodeo. The first being a golf cart show, which is very similar to a car show, other than you'll bring your golf cart and people can walk around and look at different people's carts and what they've done to them and how they've added amenities to them. And then the second event they would like to have us consider is a golf cart drag race. That we were looking in my discussions with the RPOA at probably Festival Drive, starting somewhere in the vicinity of the new storage building there, and then having the ending a little bit before the roundabout or circle there so that they can slow down and get turned around and head back. And then administration's only comments are that if we change and allow for these 2 changes to the event, that one, we kind of waive the requirement that everyone has to have a golf cart sticker for that day, because we may have a lot more carts from out of town. If they're at the park, they might want to run up to the BP station to get a pop or something and come back, and not have one of our registration stickers on their golf cart. So we would waive that for that day for the event. And then two, request that either BMC or RPOA provide insurance for the drag races.
Thank you, sir. Is there a motion before discussion?
I make a motion to approve the two new events, golf cart show and golf cart drags, to the RPOA special event request for a pig roast and golf cart rodeo in BB Park on Sunday, August 7th, 2022, from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. with the following conditions: that the City Council waives the requirement for a golf cart registration on Sunday, August 7th to accommodate non-Richmond golf carts wishing to attend. And number two, that BMC or the RPOA provide insurance to cover themselves and the City of Richmond for the golf cart drag races.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Would you like to make a presentation?
Okay, I did apply for the insurance ourselves. We're not going to make BMC do it, and it's going to cover the whole event at the park for anything, not just for the drag race. It's going to be a $1 million policy. I still have not gotten it completed yet. It was just sent over on Friday with our corrections. It's going through Verlindy Insurance. He said I should get everything back within the next couple of days. Regardless of how much it's going to be, we are going to be having insurance there. BMC is not the only one that is going to be there. It's also Vinyl Pro is helping us out a lot.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Vinyl Pro, they're from Chesterfield.
Okay.
He is actually donating our raffle tickets for the golf cart sale, the raffle for the golf cart. He's donating everything for that and creating a new logo and putting that on there. I know I don't speak well on a microphone, and I'm sorry. So we're going to have Vinyl Pro and BMC golf cart from Chesterfield coming into the city. They're both here, Nick and Brad. Nick is from BMC and Brad is from Vinyl Pro, if you guys have any questions about them. They're also asking about sponsorships. What do you feel if we have sponsors come in? And Vinyl Pro might put a yard sign or a banner for people to sponsor the event. That's something that was just brought to our attention today. And I am so new at this, I don't know how that works. If it's something that has to come in front of council every time that somebody wants to sponsor us, or is it an open layout that we can have sponsors? I mean, I'm not sure how that works, and I need direction.
You need policies on that.
Okay,
You're not going to want to advertise everything that might come your way,
okay,
for obvious reasons.
right,
You need to set up what it is you're going to allow, where you're going to put it, how much is it going to cost. Is there certain verbiage that can be put on a sign or drawings? I mean, there's quite a bit to it.
right.
It's not as simple as just say, go out and make one and,
Which
we'll
is
let you
what
put
these
it up.
two are, I guess, pros at doing, which I am obviously not.
But it's your event, not
But
theirs.
it's our event,
So
correct.
you're responsible.
Right.
So you
And-
want to have strict policy on what's
Right.
allowed and what's not allowed. And usually you want to, the size of your banner or whatever it may be should be somewhat consistent, or the price should be consistent.
Right.
If it's a 3x5, it's $100. If it's a 4x8, then it's $200 or whatever. You've got to set that all up so that you're not maybe getting a deal to one person, the other person isn't getting the same deal. They find out about it, and now they're very unhappy with you, and they won't be back. So you want to make sure you have a very strict policy. That's how Good Old Days has always done it.
Or put a limit on how many sponsors we can have, and
Well, that's the
it, and
same
this is-
thing.
yeah.
You get too many in a
Right.
small area, and it's not worth it to any of them because it's a blur.
Right.
But if you have a few good-sized ones that people are going to see in prominent locations, it's worth more money. It's like being on the front page rather than the back page of a paper. It all depends where, and whatnot. But, yeah, that's something maybe you might want to, you've got plenty of time, to evolve into that.
Right.
But I think we'd kind of want to know where and what and how many and
Okay.
Those are the type of things.
Location, who, how much, yeah,
Okay.
and I can
Yeah.
talk to them about.
Yeah, and is it local, is it not local, is it, we're gonna, I think one of our concerns is gonna be, are we advertising, business outside of Richmond that we have in Richmond?
Right.
On the other hand, Good Old Days is gonna be concerned, and so is St. A's and the schools and everybody else that go out and get these banners. Is this one more activity that's going to be hitting our business people? So, there's only so much out there, So you really want to take a look at, is it going to be worth it? What is it we're doing? What is it? What's your point of this? Are you going to grow your event? You got to take a look at all that. What's your game plan here? What are you looking to do?
So,
Okay, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell them who you are.
I'm Brad. I own Vinyl Pros. I do custom signs, apparel, marketing, advertising. I understand fully. I have forms that I create and with all price guides. Like you're saying, we want to not saturate a million banners down. We want to have some local companies come in, help promote, help be a part of it, and what I can do is when we go to the town, because I'm going to go around during the weekend stuff and just go talk to people and, see if they want to come be involved. And once I get that and I get layouts to, created, I can always, send them to you guys. We're going to do, again, this is a family event. There's not going to be no, smoke shops or any kind of stuff we don't want none of that. We want, our local, main companies in on this. So I'm not going to do nothing trashy or unclassy. Like I said, when I get all my designs together, I can send you over a big file and you can be like, yay, nay, but again, what we're going for is just trying to draw money for them. All the proceeds are going to go to them. We're not trying to take anything here. We just want to help grow this event, make it fun, make it family related, and, just have another thing. And the other thing is I want to put together a campaign for the Good Old Days too. I think we need to have a tent there. We need to have some sort of a draw, something where people can get engaged in it and you can start getting pre-sales and just getting something that draws more people. While they're already at this event, let's start and let's get them thinking about Good Old Days and think, hey, it's right around the corner. I'm willing to donate banners, yard signs, whatever is taken, because I do believe in this. And I really think this could take off and be something awesome that no one else is doing right now. And I love that you guys are a good golf cart community. And what I'm telling you, with a little bit of branding, a little bit of time, if you guys can give me some area to put some banners out around your town, so when people are driving, they're like, oh, that's right, it's coming up soon, and just start getting that interest going, and just keep it as simple as possible, trying to get too, crazy with it. And we'll go there. The next year we can look into maybe doing a little bit more. But so far, let's just keep it so simple, and it's all I'm asking for. I don't want to try to relearn how to ride the bike here. Just roll right down with it.
Thank you.
Do you have anything, Julia? Do you guys have any more questions?
Yes.
Yes, I
Nick,
come on up, Nick. Tell us about your drag race. What's it all about?
Probably going to be more of a fun event, right? We can't get crazy fast. We tested it with some carts. We only think we need a couple 100 feet. It's probably going to be more of a reaction time thing more than anything. I don't think you're going to have a bunch of carts that are going to go extremely fast. 25 miles an hour is the top speed limit anyways, right?
15.
15?
15, actually.
They usually,
Yeah.
probably lifted ones go around 20.
Yeah. If you tweak them, they will. Otherwise,
They
they're
will, yeah.
do everything.
Yeah.
I got a club car with the Kawasaki engine, 15 on our radar.
Yeah.
And that's a little bit downhill on Armada Ridge. So, but that's 15. But the state, I think it's the state law.
State law
says they
that
can't.
we follow for our golf carts in town is 15.
Yeah. But anyhow, this is different. It's
It's going to be more of a fun thing than anything.
yeah. Okay. It's just a drag. It's not a course per se.
No, because we thought about doing if you did a time attack, that's going to make people push their carts. You can possibly roll or something. So we just
We got insurance. People love.
They do that in the rodeo.
Last year. Last year. it got-
Spills and spills. That's
Yeah, well, we thought a straight line would be a little safer than a circle track or something like that, right? especially when they're lifted.
Yeah, oh, yeah. So you're proposing a tent in the grass area there,
Yep.
north of the Festival Drive. And did I read a 10 by 10?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
is
just
that all
like
you're
one of
looking
those,
at?
like an instant pop-up tent.
Yeah, okay.
We're gonna do some like giveaway stuff in there, maybe do like a spin the wheel thing,
Okay.
golf cart seats, cup holders, stuff like that,
Yeah, okay.
rear cup holders. If we can generate some traction on it and generate some revenue, maybe we'll give like a prize thing or something. Cash prize, maybe for the race, maybe for the show, get proceeds back to them.
Questions?
Yeah, I have questions on the golf cart show, I guess, aspect of it. I was thinking about it because I have 2 golf carts. Thanks for the great policy we have in the city. And if we're encouraging people to bring their golf carts spiffed up, I don't, and I'm okay either way, but I can only see that it would make people maybe, if they're thinking of selling their golf cart, it'd be an opportunity, once people are walking through, to put for sale signs on it, and I'm saying, I don't know if that's good or not, but is there any thought about that? Is that okay? And then we'll have, and then if that's the case, then people, and I'm all for it, I mean, I'm promoting golf carts, so maybe it's a good thing to make this event better, and we could have, hey, come, Richmond has this golf cart show every year.
Are you not having some that you're going to be bringing for
I
sale?
mean, we'll have some stuff on display.
For sale?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm just thinking the public, though, because it talks
Yeah.
about bringing their own
Yeah.
up.
My point was, he's already doing that,
Yeah.
but what they, in a car show, they'd have a corral. Going to be a certain area that you would put your vehicle in if you want to sell it. So that'd be something for them to take a look at if it's next year where you're
Yeah.
going to be set up or whatever, but you would set up a special area if people want,
Right.
or just put a for sale sign in the
Right,
window
yeah.
or whatever.
It's-
Right around.
Probably quadruple your
Yeah.
price on.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying.
Crazy.
It is
Got an
that.
old one.
Yeah.
I'll buy a third one, yeah.
I think he wants accessories.
But
Well, that's what we're gonna do too. I was gonna bring up stuff like
then also,
wheels and tires, stuff like that.
since we do have an ordinance in place and we've thought about it a lot and made it really good, and we haven't had any problems as far as safety goes. But then if we're gonna allow people that are bringing them in from out, not be required to have a registration from the police department, driving up, as the city manager said, to go to BP to get it, are we concerned about that safety aspect and insurance for those golf carts that are now driving?
I brought it up to John in our conversation when we were doing the agenda, that hopefully, there is quite a draw, and we're gonna bring those
Yeah, I
people
know.
into town,
I
and we
do.
want them to go up
I
and,
just don't want anything
you
bad
know,
to happen.
yeah. And I think that's not a state law, that's our law, that we make people put on the, the liability insurance. But, I mean.
I think for the
You
one
can't
day, we
insure
can certainly
everything.
have maps there that remind people, hey, you can't go on Division Road, you can't go on, cross Main Street, and keep it pretty I think we can keep it controlled for that one day
Yeah.
of,
Yeah.
hey,
I do too.
if they
I
let
do
us
too.
know who's registered, we can kind of give them a quick packet of the do's and don'ts.
Yeah, I'm all for it, I was just thinking
Yeah.
about it.
That's what we were just,
Yeah. I think-
talking amongst each other, even a temporary pass that
Yeah.
people are,
Good.
if we can verify that they're coming into town.
Yeah, that they're
they
part
get
of
the
your
packet
show, right.
And they receive a temporary pass for that
I think
day.
everyone's gonna have to register in some way.
Yeah.
Whether you're doing the rodeo, if you're doing this, or you're doing that, so upon registration, maybe we'll just hand out a one-day temporary pass.
Mhm.
And I can print all that too. I can get them super cheap that they can put them on their cart. It'll peel off, it won't take their paint or they damage anything also.
I don't know how well we'll be able to police that, but at least if
Yeah,
you're
no,
part of the
it's-
event, then
Yeah.
you would have to fill out some type of registration form.
Yeah, you could have some kind of
They'll
a
all
check.
be there, ironically.
We will be there,
Yeah, and I think if you have it, that's almost like self-policing itself by people knowing that they have to register.
Yeah, make them put it in the front window, so when you're walking up in
Yeah.
a cart, you can see it right away.
Yeah.
You get some information, you can have a mailer for the following year.
That's what we're
Back
trying to
up.
generate on the
That's
ticket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Great,
Oh, good idea.
thank you.
Any other questions,
I wa-
comments?
I just have a comment. I guess it's great. We want it to be a golf cart community. which is our cozy community. This is an opportunity to have a really, with guidance, a premier golf cart event. And it's also, I see there's some vision casting for an opportunity for this nonprofit to grow as well. And since we have a fantastic nonprofit as a model, that even some leaders here, that maybe we can come alongside and walk alongside the RPOA with being able to grow their nonprofit through this premier event. So
We really want to grow it because we just gave a senior $1,000 scholarship for college. There was 2 that competed. They had to do an essay. And the cost of everything, I would really love to up that price from $1,000 to $2,000 to really help them out. $1,000 is going to get you maybe 1 year of books, which is it's a big help, but I like to help them out a little bit more.
And that scholarship is for a law enforcement student.
Yep.
Any type of law.
Yeah, like
Any
either
corrections
policing,
officer,
yeah.
right. Who's already been accepted to a
Yeah.
college.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Colin Fitzpatrick was, no, Fitzgerald? Colin Fitzpatrick? Yeah, he was the winner.
Good for him.
Okay.
Right.
Is there anything else?
Oh, one question on the dragways. Is it turning or is it straight?
Straight.
That makes
It's
me
just
feel
that
better.
Then
thought-
they'll
Okay.
have the chance to use there's a
I
turnaround
think
at the end.
when I kind of look at this, if we can just, and not even have them turn around, just go all the way around the, what's that, the Derby?
Okay.
Just go
Area.
straight down to the end, make a left, go all the way down that gravel road and circle back around. That way you can just keep sending them. I mean, on the event that there's a bunch
Using
of
the hike
people
bike
doing it,
path,
right?
too, that's what he's recommending.
That way you have a return road, they're not turning around, coming back at everybody.
I'll tell you, that could be a problem.
That's a
What we
hike
could
bike
do is
path
open
right
up
now,
the
so we have to
gates.
shut it
Open
down
your
for the-
gates and your,
You can open up our gates in the demo pit, and they can go right around,
Yeah.
make an immediate left.
And go
we
right
can
by the
bring 'em
stands?
Right back out again to where
Yeah, that'd be a better-
where the rodeo is.
That, yeah.
We'll, John, you'll unlock those gates, please?
Yeah, that'd be a better
He's
option
gonna be
than the
there
hike bike
anyways.
path,
it's gonna
yeah.
be a toll.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'll
Toll
also
road.
help
A
to
toll road.
signage for directions too, for people to get it around and also keep off the grounds too, making sure that they're using entrance ramps to get to the cart show and stuff, that they're not just going over curbs and damaging the lawn or whatever. We can help put signs, please stay, use ramps to, get to, areas to go.
Okay,
All right.
anything else? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass.
Thank
Hope for
you.
good weather.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You bet. Let's see. Item number 3 is approval of increase for engineering, Howard Street Storm Sewer Outlet. Mr. City Manager?
In December 2021, council authorized an expense of $8,000 to do the design work for the storm sewer outlet at Division and Howard Street. However, there were several things that the Macomb County Drain or Public Works Department had asked us to look into, and so that added to the scope of work. And unfortunately, Tetra Tech has had to up their price an additional $12,900. Again, it's all things related to being able to tie into their storm sewer, get appropriate easements, and do some planning and modeling to make sure that we're not causing other issues and really big wet weather events. So we're requesting permission from council to increase the Tetra Tech Tetra Tech contract by an additional $12,900.
Thank you. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to authorize the additional expense of $12,900 for design engineering services on the Howard Street Storm Sewer Outlet Project by Tetra Tech, with expenses charged to the appropriate line item in the Major Street Fund.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Any discussion?
Is what it is, right?
We want to get that project done someday.
All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Item number 4 is consideration of resignation from Planning Commission. Mr. City Manager?
Council's being requested to consider the resignation of Robert Matrazak from the Planning Commission.
Thank you. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the resignation of Robert Matrizak from Planning Commission.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Discussion? Appreciate the time that that Bob was able to give us, and wish him well in his future efforts. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Miscellaneous matters from the city manager, sir.
I'd just like to thank the members of the city clerk search committee. They've been going through a lot of resumes and applications that we received. We do have our first meeting tomorrow to go over the 27 applicants and hopefully narrow them down to a group of finalists and get going on that. So that is progressing.
Very good. Council comments. Mike?
Nothing today, thank you.
Dennis?
Nothing.
Jamie?
No, sir.
Nothing, thank you.
John?
Nothing.
Rob?
All set.
And alls I have is a calendar. Today being the 2nd of May, we have a Recreation Board meeting tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. We have National Day of Prayer on this Thursday, the 5th. They'll be right here at City Hall. It'll start at 12:20 promptly, last 20 minutes, and there will be a luncheon served afterwards, sponsored by the Good Old Days Festival. Noted on Friday the 6th is the prom at Richmond High School. And, of course, on the 8th, this Sunday, is Mother's Day, and we want to wish everybody well on Mother's Day. A week from tonight at 5:30, the Library Board will be meeting at the library. And the Cable Commission will be meeting on the 10th here at City Hall at 7 o'clock. Is there a ZBA meeting that we know of? There is a ZBA. So they're at 7 o'clock on the 12th. It's a Thursday. The BZA will be meeting here at City Hall, and immediately following that meeting is the Planning Commission. And that is all that I have right now. Is there anything else that we need to add to the calendar? Being not, we move on. There is no closed session. Is there any other business of the City Council this evening? If not, motion to adjourn will be in order.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Thanks for being with us.